Alright, and hello. So, welcome back to Pokemon Legends Arceus, and we're going to be playing a little bit more today. And there's a few things that we really do actually need to do. So there are a few Pokemon. There's one Pokemon I have left to evolve. One Pokemon that I have left to catch, well, two actually, but we'll get to that in a minute. And then a few requests that I need to do, but most importantly, please look at that Vulpix that's fallen asleep over there. Look at it, it's perfect, it's adorable. I finally know where they are. But moving on, nonetheless. Marie, let's talk about the massive amount of Pichu that I have. No, that's not what we're talking about. Nor are we actually going to be talking about the fact that I have a certain selection of Pokemon. That's also not important. What is important right now is me putting most of them back into a box somewhere. I'm gonna not be taking the time to put them back where they belong, and that's just gonna bite me in the butt later when it comes back to trying to sort through these Pokemon, but I have bigger problems, including these guys. So I'm probably just gonna cheat with these two when I think about it, but I'm gonna talk about them in a hot second. Because, well, they're going to become important. The second thing is, I thought that this might be a good time to try to, try to catch some more of these. So maybe we'll do that later. But the other thing too is, I really do want to try to finish at least one of the Path of Solitude things. And I would still kind of like to do it with Eevee. Just, where's that level? Here's my Alpha Eevee. And I would still like to try to do it with Eevee just because I've tried it so many times with Eevee. And I'm thinking of trying to do just one of those on stream. The others, I don't know. I'll figure out something for the others. Even if it is just something I do in my own time. Because I think that's something I need to accept more with this. That, just not everything has to be shown. I'm not gonna bring those out because I want to keep those for the team that I've been using, and possibly if I want to just like level up some of the legendaries a bit, the easy way, you know. Anyways, so I'm going to be taking out some of these. Mostly, I think those can. Because, first of all, let's talk about... Oh, I forgot to get out a certain item. Sorry. Back into here we go. I only need one of them right now. So, let's talk about... Not Licky. Let's talk about Porygon 2. So, I decided that I'm gonna maybe try to finish up the entire Pokedex so that my Tortwig is not the only Dex entry that's completely done. I think that I've shared my thoughts about what I think about the Pokemon tasks, and I think like there could be a bit more balancing between the tasks of like, I need it to get a move on Grotle that it doesn't learn until after it evolves, and just like talk about the evenness of some of the research tasks that you have to do, and just balancing that better, I think would have been good. But anyways, having all these research tasks has definitely made me more interested in catching Pokemon, training up Pokemon that I don't generally train with, because I've just never really thought to use them. And so like, it's introduced me to a few Pokemon that I've never really considered using, like Licky, for one. If I ever figure out a good way to stream some of the older games, or if I were going to stream any one of the new Pokemon games, it would probably be Let's Go Eevee, or Shield. Probably not Shining Pearl, just because of my personal feelings about it. Like, if I were to do anything, it would be try to stream Pokemon Platinum. Anyways, regardless, moving on. Trying to get completed Pokedex entries by having to do like research tasks to really complete them has like introduced me to using Pokemon I would never have considered before. Like, well, 1, Licky, 2, Steelix, and so forth. And so it did really actually make me play more Pokemon and play with more Pokemon than expected. But that said, there were some research tasks like this Porygon 2 one where it's like, use Recover 25 times. Porygon doesn't learn Recover until after level 40. Porygon 2 doesn't learn the move Recover until after level 40, so like, completing that part of the entry took a while to do just because of the level. So anyways, enough of me rambling. What all that was, ultimately, was that I can now evolve Porygon 2, so let's evolve the last Pokemon. And let's talk about one of my favorite Pokemon, Porygon Z, Porygon Z, whatever you want to call it. Porygon Z, let's call it that, is quite honestly one of my favorite derivations, I guess, of the Pokemon. Like, rather than, like, what they did for Porygon, in my opinion, is the perfect example of what they should be doing with Pokemon from earlier generations. Taking a Pokemon from the early generations, which was really only in there as a gimmick, and making them viable in a way. And I don't want to use the word viable. No, making them more memorable, because like Porygon, I'm going to call it Porygon Z. Porygon Z is a Pokemon that was introduced in Pokemon Gen 1, and you could get one of it, and that was pretty much it. Because, I mean, otherwise you had to spend a lot of time in the game corner in a various way, in a way, to get more Porygon. And even then, it was still very gimmicky as a Pokemon. You got it, and it wasn't that strong of a battler. It was a normal type, and back then, normal types weren't really useful. And they've only really become useful in later generations. Let's be honest here. Like, Blissey was for a while the most used normal type, and Snorlax. But Porygon Z, Porygon Z, came about because one, Game Freak figured out how to trade with items. So they could do that, and it's like, hey, you can upgrade your Porygon into Porygon 2. get this DLC content and upgrade your Porygon. And then Porygon Z came along and it's like, hey, your Porygon 2 got a computer virus. Kinda basically. But what they did was, rather than giving it a cute pre-evolution, which I have thoughts about the pre-evolution method of introducing new Pokemon. Oh my gosh, I love you. I love you. I love you. Anyways, moving on. You're adorable. Talk to the giant Eevee. I want them to interact with each other. Anyways, what they did for... I just realized that almost all of these are alphas. Moving on. So with the Porygon line, they decided to give it 2 evolutions and make it part of a 2-tier evolutionary line by going up rather than going down and then going up. And I think that's really one of the best ways to like introduce new Pokemon based on old ones. Anyways, something that we do need to talk about, aside from me finally finishing this part of the dex, and, well, not quite this one, because I still need to get more forms. So that's going to be a whole thing. No, the thing that we need to talk about is down there at the photography studio. I never interacted with the photography studio until last stream. So as it turns out, I'm missing a request from there. And I'm actually missing a few requests. But more importantly, I've discovered that I'm missing a request with Beauregard. So, and I don't remember what voice I gave you, so... How goes the surveying? We're getting along great here, as you can tell. Wait, what's happened to Bojin? Bojin evolved. Finally, it's become Silcoon. Just a little longer and you'll blossom into a Beautifly. You can do it, Bojin. Cask. Okay, so, then, alright, I don't need those 2. So yeah, I've not talked to Beauregard in a long time. Meaning, well, I never got his Wurmple to evolve, and now we're going to have to wait until, we can do his next quest. But yeah, we're missing a whole quest with, Beauregard. So, yeah. That's like an entire thing. So, photography studio man, what's up? Dugero. Just the person I was waiting for. There's a Pokemon I was hoping you could bring me. I've been trying to make a business of offering the groundbreaking experience of having your photo taken with Pokemon. But no one around here seems to understand the appeal. Perhaps they're all just too afraid of Pokemon to get over their reluctance. But I happened to accidentally catch a Pokemon in this photo, and it gave me a brilliant idea. Ah, you got photobombed. See how fluffy it is? How adorably soft? How irresistibly, impossibly cuddly? Once people see a Pokemon like this in the photo, they'll all want to have their portraits taken together with it. But I need to get a better shot of it than this one. Could you, if you find one, could you bring it here? Okay, so, that was what I was hoping would not happen. I only seem to get one Pokemon request from him at a time. Anyways, hi Dazzle. You're dying at the moment, but hi. Oh no, why are you dying? Why are you dying? I mean, I know why I'm going to be dying later on because my box sorting method is going to go to hell. But why are you dying? Alright, let's put them back. And let's also put Porygon Z back. That Pikachu should not be there. This is technically where Pikachu is supposed to go, but and this is where I'm going to be putting bed for reasons. I got my booster jab and then proceeded to walk for 5 hours while carrying groceries. Oof, that's... Yeah, I think the order, I think the steps, yeah, yeah, that's not good. That ain't good. Oof, that sucks. I hope it goes well for you. So with your jab. I've heard that for a lot of people, this one does really take it out of them. Man. Your phone clocked in at 15k steps. Jeez, why? Why did you walk for that many hours? While carrying groceries for those hours? Okay, anyways, my Eevee is now quite leveled up, but I haven't improved any of its stats. Well, beyond what it was already doing, and okay, no wonder, Eevee didn't have any speed stats. So, I'm just gonna try to boost up all of Eevee's stats. I also do not know, but I am curled up and currently in agony. Oof. Honestly, you should rest. You should try to rest. Like, the VOD will be there for you. The VOD will be there for you. And like, I even put these on YouTube because I believe in archives. So if you hate watching them on Twitch, then you can watch them there. But the VOD will be there. I want... definitely speed. Defense? Just go all in. I really, really want to do this Path of Solitude. Rest, you know, a 4-letter word that we are allowed to say on stream. The one that will help you... Here's the thing. Rest is the 4-letter word that will help you get over this faster. If you do it. Like, not getting the proper rest means that it's gonna take you longer to get over it. Alright, so we're gonna try with Eevee again. And let's see if I remember the strategy that I figured out. There will be a VOD. Well, good to know. 1, Eevee can last longer, and 2, I got the Mimic off. But this might just be me trying to figure out how high I have to get my speed up so using an agile move finally makes sense. But it might be no good. I might just have to start trying to go in with Snarl. I also bought a new micro SD and your card reader is gone, so I have to manually re-download everything. Considering how bad my internet is, it's going to take days. Stares at the full Bioshock Trilogy collection. Okay, you know, you could wait. Oh, are we finally going to get it? Like, you know, the games that you don't play right away, you can wait to download those until, like, I don't know, you do get another card reader. God, what is Ingo's voice? How did I get Ingo's voice before? Most splendid. Eevee has returned. Eevee has reached the final station on its path of solitude. I have added a mark signifying its victory to the page for Eevee in your Pokedex. Allow me to present you with this prize for having completed the path of solitude. Woo! So, when I gave Ingo that lower voice, or I'm trying to give him a lower voice, but I'm definitely giving him a softer, scratchier voice. I did that before I really knew that Ingo's original appearance was him having no indoor voice at all. I don't want to peek the mic too much, but Ingo in his first appearance in Black and White, he's noted for having a very loud voice, and in this game, I've unintentionally just did the opposite of that. But also, one of the things with Ingo in this game is that he does smile, and that's something that's unique to Ingo in this game. He's known for not just frowning, but not being good at making facial expressions. But in this game, well, okay, he looks very tired. Muppet Man, the tired Muppet Man who's currently frowning. But no, like, in this game, he does, on occasion, have a very slight smile. And what I'm saying is that I don't regret giving Ingo a soft voice, because I think it sort of matches the fact that Ingo doesn't remember. And Ingo is quite different from how he used to be. He is a conductor, so is his brother, but his brother is noted for being more train-like. Barreling forward at full speed. I knew you could do it. What a thrill to see your Pokemon best the Path of Solitude like that. Yes, I gave Eevee a lot of rocks to eat. Rocks to eat? What do they do with that stuff, actually? I hope you keep enjoying the Path of Solitude. In my own time. I will enjoy the Path of Solitude in my own time. So, anyways, we finished that request. Beauregard does not have a new request for us, but let's check inside the hall. I immediately imagine Thomas the Train Engine. Yes, Thomas the Tank Engine. Look, there's a scene from... I just remembered something. Okay, it's not important. Okay, anyways. I mean, some of the old Thomas the Tank Engine cartoons were wild. They were wild, and they had a very particular thing going on. So yeah. A bizarre item causes Pokemon to evolve. While it now exhibits many new gestures and expressions, its biology remains inscrutable. The professor doesn't understand what a Porygon 2 is. I think there is actually a part from the old Thomas the Tank Engine cartoon where one of the trains does barrel through a brick wall, so Emmett the tank engine is not far off. Anyways, let's take a closer look at some of this. So we have the Pokemon language that is used on the blackboard. This one is the one that is also used in Galar, Galar, whatever you want to call it. I don't watch the show in English, so I don't know what their inflection is. But here, you can also see some of the professor's sketches for Shinx, Kricketot, and Karen changing forms. But we also have an example here that does show that there is some language barrier going on. So you have the left to right, presumably, left to right font that's used in Galar, but you also have the vertical font that's used in, Hisui. And then we can come over here for more drawings. And, like, looking at this map, you can definitely see, like, the Galarian font. And it does have some differences that compared to the Japanese vertical font going on. And Professor is good at drawing. Much better than me. Anyways. Your food is here, so you're gonna go enjoy your food. And if you don't come back, it means that you're resting and that is good for your body, and there will be a VOD for you later. Anyways. Enjoy your food. Let's start off today with going to a place with a mass outbreak. So I've been to the... I was hanging around in the Crimson Mirelands a lot before this, doing some grinding, and I've been going to the Cobalt Coastlands a whole lot. But I know I've also spent a long time in the Coronet Highlands. But, nonetheless, that's where we're going to go. Just because I personally have not played there a lot recently. Is this where we need to go this episode? No, absolutely not. But anyways, nameless Galaxy member. I need you to give me some Pokemon. As per tradition, you've been singing Defying Gravity again. I'm afraid I don't know what that tradition is. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a marking on this one so I can hopefully remember that that is the Eevee. Why did I only take out Giratina? That's the only... This is the Eevee that I used for the Path of Solitude. Now, why am I taking out legendaries instead of my regular team? One, because I want to, and two, I think some of the legendaries have moves on them that make them more ideal for catching Pokemon. Well, not necessarily these two. I mean, that one has Hypnosis. That one has Recover. So I think I'm going to bring Uxie with me because it has Hypnosis. And that's good for catching Pokemon. To sing Defying Gravity after a jab? I don't know about that tradition. I mostly say, no, you don't have to, because when I got my jab, my brain did feel like it was defying gravity. To the point where I had to call off work because it's like, I don't know if I can get to work safely. Anyways, I'm going for the Dartix because, yeah. Although, let's take a minute to check that. Because if Dartix is one of the ones where I need to beat it a whole bunch, I need to beat it... Okay, no. I don't even need to beat it a whole lot. I just need to see it use certain moves. Whoops. So, because I interacted with that mass outbreak, I think it counts as one of the 3 that happens before the rain ends. So I think I can only actually see one more after this Dartix outbreak. Anyways, let's fight this Dusadui with the Renegade Pokemon. But yeah, when I got my second jab, oh wow. Oh right. Anyways, when I got my second jab, a few days later, I was feeling mostly better, but I was definitely in a state where it's like, if I try to walk to work now, as I had to, I did not have a guaranteed way of making sure I'd be able to actually get there. I also just realized I didn't want to send out Palkia against a grass type. I also just realized I left them in their origin form. Great. Wonderful. Anyways, Roar of Time. Because I like overkill. If it hits. Oh, come on! Come on! But man, if Roar of Time had the time gears appear, that would have been amazing. Anyways, I have feelings about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon despite not playing that game. Because it's just, there are concepts from different Pokemon games that stay in those Pokemon games, but they could include them in the other games too. Like, again, some of the stuff from the Pokemon Ranger series is some of my favorite stuff, but it only appears in that series. So, like, I didn't play the Ranger Science game, but the ability to basically summon Pokemon by drawing a shape on your screen could have been a really, really cool concept if they brought it into other games. Or just even bringing like, hey, you got the call sign. And that's how you can like summon some Pokemon to an area in this game. Or like put a reference into it of like, in this region, or like, this is the call sign for this Pokemon. Or this is a symbol representing this Pokemon. It might have some power, but you can't seem to do anything with it. Or you don't know how to unlock its power. Having some sort of reference to the other games, is something that I really, really like in game. Okay, there's still a Dartrix around here? What? Okay, there. And there's still Dartrix here. I wasn't expecting so many of them. A new horde has formed. Okay, that's the new horde. How many am I going to be fighting? 3 of them. Okay. Oh boy, uh-oh. Well, just had a few of them waste a whole move, thankfully. Now all 3 of the— oh man, I should have been using that move. Anyways, I'm gonna use that one because it's the weakest of those. Ah, yes, Brave Bird. Okay, Lunar Blessing, come on. The move that gave me so much trouble. Oh, come on. I barely got enough. I barely got health from that before I got hit by Leaf Storm. The wild Doocy-Doo Eye is no longer pumped up. Alright. That hopefully will be enough. Oh, come on. Okay, that's interesting. If I didn't do this, then I think the turn order for the Pokemon was not going to be good. So anyways, I had Cresselia use Agile Style because it changed the move order a bit, and it looked like I needed to do that. Like, for example, I keep having to use Lunar Blessing in this fight. Now that said, this Dusadui has taken a whole bunch of damage, so I think I should be able to, yeah, knock it out with one Moon Blast. Alright, dang it, they're both coming this way. Alright. Alright, yeah, I have to still fight two of them. At the very least, with this, I can get some of the Dusadui Pokédex entry stuff. I've already got the 10 research tasks done, so that I have the actual entry. Sorry, my tongue just felt really weird. Shoot. Here's, so the problem is that I can knock out that Dusadui, but I wouldn't have the health if, one of them used Leaf Storm. Alright, anyways, we're in a much better position, except for the fact that using an Agile style move doesn't move it up, doesn't increase its speed enough to actually get it a new spot. So yeah, like that really pretty much just just lowers the attack strength. That lowers my speed, so that lowers my speed enough that I don't know if Cresselia would survive if this doesn't one hit KO, but it did, so moot point. But we're going to be switching to Uzi. That's interesting. So, alright, I'm trying to think about how to phrase this because it's a little bit strange. Oh man, really? Okay. Anyways, I think I'm gonna cause some trouble for myself. Oh man, I can cause some trouble for myself, or I can cause a lot of trouble for myself. I think I'm going to cause a lot of trouble for myself because why not? But, well, actually, we'll talk about regional differences later and how those come about. And I say we'll talk about it later. I think for now it should just be, let's see if I remember the topic. Oh, I'm going to be causing a lot of trouble for myself. Oh boy. Oh boy. The thing that's going for me right now, though, at least, is that Dusclops is not fast on the uptake. So So I'm getting these dark pulses off one by one rather than hoping. Hoping that I don't quite get caught. Oh no. Oh boy. But anyways, I think this might be a good time to talk about legendaries being legendary and some of the issues that have been happening. A personal issue I have with how the Pokemon Company treats some of the so-called legendary and mythical Pokemon. So, I firmly believe in show, don't tell storytelling. And more important to that is, like, if you're gonna tell, at least tell it in an interesting way. So, for example, let's talk about the legendaries. And a Pokemon like Darkrai and Cresselia. So, I personally think that Gen 4 was the generation where they introduced a lot of legendary Pokemon to the game, and over time, that became quite tiring. Of just getting wave after wave of, here's 6 new legendary Pokemon for the game. And, for a game like Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, introducing that many legendary Pokemon in one generation was fine and good because the setting of Sinnoh set itself up for that. And one of the Pokemon that they introduced in that generation was the creator Pokemon. The Pokemon that created Pokemon and space and time. It made sense for Gen 4 to be the generation that got a ton of new Pokemon. Just because it's the generation that introduced lore. And background story to the Pokemon world that didn't otherwise exist. So that's a whole thing. A new horde. Oh gosh, all of them at once. That one seemed a little bit broken. How many? 4. All 4. I messed up this. Oh boy. Okay, Darkrai, do your best, even though you have no Dark Pulses left. Oh gosh. Yeah. I'm not going to be using Dark Void because look at that turn order. Let's just hope that this Hex is going to be enough to take out something. It was not. I'm screwed. My only chance is going to be if they look around a whole lot. And that one move. Oh gosh, I got lucky. I got really lucky with that. So anyways, as I was saying, Gen 4 is the generation where they introduced shit. Yes, okay. Gen 4 was the generation where they introduced a lot of new legendary and mythical Pokemon for the first time, and you had Pokemon like Cresselia and Darkrai, who, they're kind of side legendaries for the story. And my Darkrai fainted, so we're going to be swapping in Giratina, even though this is a bad idea. Because I am putting a ghost type against other ghost types, so it's not great. Also, I am going to be switching my target. because Shadow Force has so much power that it can one-hit KO a healthy Dusknoir. Unfortunately, my Giratina was not in great shape before, so yeah. I haven't used Palkia yet. And Palkia doesn't have, like, anything that's super effective, but it also doesn't have anything that it's, like, weak. That's weak against ghost types, so just overkill with Hydro Pump there. But man, I was not expecting that Leech Life. I'm gonna say that right now. But yeah, all of these Dusknoirs, I did say I was going to be causing a lot of trouble for myself, and I was right. Anyway, oh gosh. Yeah, I need to start using some items. Because the two most useful Pokemon I have for this area both got knocked out in that fight. And you. Admittedly, I had to go up against 4 of them all at once, but anyways. As I was saying, like, the little side story that they used to introduce Darkrai and Cresselia, I think worked really well. Like, I say worked really well. It did work. It was a memorable story that introduced, like, Darkrai as a terrifying Pokemon. Like, you meet Captain Eldritch, and you find out that Darkrai has been causing nightmares in his family. And so you have to go, like, get Cresselia and get a Lunar Wing and fight Darkrai. And do, like, just kind of a mini side quest in the Pokemon game in order to get Darkrai and Cresselia. I think that's how it goes. It's been a while, but it's something like that to get at least one of these Pokemon. And it's like, that is a storytelling method of showing, not telling. Like, showing that Darkrai causes nightmares and Cresselia gets rid of nightmares. Or at the very least, gets us a Lunar Wing. For that same purpose. Anyways, I did that because I thought it would be faster and I would also be able to rest, but then I remembered that that's not a good idea, I think, during these storms. Anyways, moving on. I personally think, like, the show don't tell storylines, like, do really demonstrate just, like, how powerful some of these Pokemon are supposed to be. Now I remember why I had wanted to do that, because I only have Palkia and a few other Pokemon that have, like, all of their PP. So anyways, Palkia in its origin form. And, I mean, you also had this game kind of show off, like, yeah, Palkia is the space-time, well, is the space Pokemon of the game. And at the very least, the graphics in this game do help reinforce that point a bit more. The updated graphics for the system do help enforce that point more, especially in this game where it's like, yeah, the sky is super messed up. Because of all this. like the number of in-game days that it took for you to run around the map and all that was probably a lot of time. But anyway, shoot. Avoided the attack. But I think like Gen 4 did take the time to like show off like why these Pokemon are legendary and mythical. So like with the Lake Trio, it was kind of more about like the body parts that Cyrus harvested from them. But anyways, more to the point. Oh, come on, hit it. No, sorry. More to the point, just like you kind of see how powerful the Lake Trio are because of the red chain. I think it would be cool if like there was like another side quest where it's like, I don't know, like Galaxy, a Team Galactic member that like you knew by name, like Commander Mars. Like you meet up with Commander Mars later and they have no memory of who they are because of their interaction with the Lake Trio. Like the Lake Trio go off and get their revenge. Sort of storyline. Like that could have been a cool way to introduce the whole roaming aspect that they have. Because I think they do have that aspect. Or at least one of them I think does. But anyways, more to the point, there is a bit of showing and telling with the Lake Trio that like here's a Pokemon that is powerful. Here are 3 Pokemon that are powerful. And they're going to be a pain to fight. But also, they are legendary Pokemon for a reason. But I think like the game really relied on like some of the legendary Pokemon just being strong Pokemon more than anything else. Which meant like they got kind of lazy. Oh. Ah, shoot. Not again. Alright, only 3. That's doable. Anyways, moving on. Well, getting back on topic, sort of. You had Gen 4 that did a bit of showing and not just straight telling, like, this is a legendary Pokemon. They kind of showed that as well. I hate the move Leech Life. I keep forgetting that Dusclops has it. Because, yeah, that Leech Life just took down Darkrai's health so badly. But Giratina in Diamond and Pearl didn't really have that treatment. It's just like, here's the spooky, scary Pokemon in the spooky, scary place. And that was definitely overkill. And there wasn't a lot of, like, kind of showing with it. Platinum more than made up for that. But moving on. I give all of those examples of Gen 4 doing it right. Because Gen 5 really didn't. Come on, get over here. Separate. Are you separate? No. Shoot. No, shoot, that was the last one. And man, I hate that leech life. Also, of note, I think all 3 of the creation trio have the earth power move. Unfortunately, it's not going to help me here because, yeah, the move that would have worked out much better, I don't have any. So I'm going to be throwing in Dialga because of that damn leech life. But yeah, because Shadow Force missed, I didn't get the chance to take down a single one of them. So yeah, I mentioned all of the examples of Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum doing like at least showing that these Pokemon are strong, even if it wasn't like maybe the best example. Because then we get, and well, we also had like Heatran, which again, like that's technically a legendary Pokemon, but, and this is what I mean by you should generate, the Pokemon Company should stop, in my opinion, they should stop introducing new legendary Pokemon if they're not going to take the time to flesh out the story with them. Like, if you're just going to tell us, like, oh yeah, this is a legendary Pokemon, but not give us the legend, and like, and I don't mean not just tell us the legend behind them, but also like show us too, then like what's the whole point? Alright, I do need to go back. So yeah, the rainstorm ended, so anyways, oh wow, it's been an hour. Time flies. Time flies. Alright. Let's go and figure out the next part. I think I just finished up a whole bunch of dex entries for some of my legendaries by doing that. So we're going to be going back to the village now. And we're doing that for a few reasons. I was about to say 2. We're doing that for a few reasons. First of all, we're going to go see if I have a Buneary or if I have to go catch one. Because I honestly might have to go catch one. But first, let's take a minute to put some of these back. Although I think I'm going to keep these 2 on my team just because I do. Well, no, actually, I've been getting through a certain set of battles alright with my regular. So I think it will be okay. Although technically I'm going to be putting one back to see if I have a Buneary. I do have a Buneary. Although, oh gosh. Oh wait, no. These were the Buneary that I want to keep, whereas, okay. These were Buneary, well no, that one I have a star next to it. These were actually going to be Buneary that I was gonna, whoops, why? These were Buneary that I was gonna hold on to, because I know I have to evolve more of them to get Lopunny's entry done, and also to get Buneary's Pokemon. Anyways, let's go quickly do this quest. But yeah, anyways, you have Pokemon like Heatran, which are technically legendary Pokemon, but there's never really been a whole lot. Oh, right, I can do that. Oh, it's even fluffier and lovelier than I imagined from that photo. This is it. This is exactly it. Let's get a proper shot at once. I was able to get just the shot I needed, thanks to you and that Pokemon of yours. This should go a long way toward getting the other villagers over their fears and into some photos with Pokemon. Ooh, new option. What would you like to do? Change the screen, change the lens filter, and take more photos. Alright, so I bet I have to leave and come back? Or something? I don't actually know, because... weird. Alright, how's Bo doing? I hear some Galaxy folks plan to turn one of our base camps into a new village. Okay, so that's a whole thing going on there. So yes, some of the base camps will turn into new villages and towns, kind of confirming like what's going to happen. Anyways, so yeah, like you had in the same game where I did like heap some praise, you had Pokemon like Heatran, which, I mean, even in this game too, it's like, oh yeah, here's Heatran. And like, fight this Pokemon. It makes things hot. And it's like, cool, neat. Do you have any more story for it? It makes things hot. And it's like, sure, fine. And you kind of had that with Manaphy for a while. And I think Heatran is one of the legendaries that gets like the short end of the stick, because Game Freak just kind of made it and then like said, alright, we're done with it, bye. So like, it wasn't a Pokemon movie, but then you just also saw it in the Pokemon anime, just like kind of wandering around with a trainer. So you kind of have that going on. Just like legendary Pokemon that exist, and the Pokemon Company does nothing with them. Anyway, sorry, I was trying to figure out where I want it to go. But yeah, like, and then you had Shaman, where it was very much a case of telling us the importance of Shaman, but you have to watch the Pokemon movie to understand its significance, and I'm going to be honest with you, I did not like Shaman as a character in that movie. Not one bit. Sorry, I have a program that keeps telling me that it wants me to update it, and I don't want to do that right now. So we also need to reset the weather until I can get a blizzard. I also don't remember where I need to look for this Pokemon, so that's going to be a thing too. But yeah, I thought it would be a good idea to try to get that last Pokemon that we... although that said, I also might take a minute to look up where it is. So yeah, anyways, we have a few more requests to do in this game, and I don't know when we're going to be able to get it done. But yeah, anyways, Shaman is a good example. I say quote unquote with the word good. But telling us the story in one medium and then showing us the story in another one. And it's unfortunate. I personally do not like it when the Pokemon Company does that. When they make a Pokemon that just explicitly, just for, like, I said the word explicitly. When they make a legendary Pokemon, and it's pretty much just to sell the movie. Like, there are how many mythical Pokemon that are featured in movies, but they barely get any significant story stuff going on in the games. And, like, those same Pokemon, too, are also, like, download at this location exclusive. Like, if I had wanted to get certain Pokemon, I was gonna have to buy a Japanese 3DS, buy the games in Japan, and then also buy a movie ticket so I could download those Pokemon. Is this the Blizzard? It's a Blizzard. Alright, I got the right one. Now, I also don't remember even which ones I have. Okay, Bone Chill Waste. Where are those? Okay, here it is. Alright, time to get frustrated. Anyways, back to the topic that I'm just kind of at this point ranting about. There are certain Pokemon that were made for the purpose of selling games and movie tickets, in my opinion. And it goes, and I think it really shows when you have Pokemon like, well, Victini, which well, no, the Victini got a little bit of stuff going on in the games. Alright, so some of the problem right now is that I have all of these really aggressive Pokemon that want to fight me too. So, like, this Lee is up my butt. So I have to take care of it first before I can even think about trying to do something with this. The mud going to be the one that works here? Dang it! How? How am I supposed to approach it? Yeah, like, how am I supposed to approach it? I don't really get that. Am I shoot, no, I put away all of the spray. And do I even have smoke bombs? I don't think I do. Shoot, I think I have to go back. Dang it! Sorry, I didn't think... Well, no. I thought at the very least it would be more aggressive, I guess? Oh wait, no, I do have a bunch of those. Shoot. Let's put those away then. Not sure how that's gonna help. Let's bring that along just in case that's the one I need to use. Put this. And stealth sprays. All of them, please. And let's go back to the Bone Chill Waste. Anyways, but okay, actually no, now that I'm remembering a little bit more about Victini, Victini is a Pokemon where we are told about its lucky property and its backstory, but beyond that, we don't really get more. And the same goes for the Swords of Justice. They're just kind of in the game. And they're kind of like the wandering Pokemon of the region. But we also have the Incarnate Forces being the wandering Pokemon of the region. Hi there. You are quite big and angry. And I just realized that the snowstorm has ended. So I have to start this whole process over again. Dang it. Shoot. Shoot. Yeah. But yeah, no, like in this game you have... No, sorry, in, Gen 5 you have the Incarnate Forces, and you're told how powerful they are. And you're also told about the Sword of Justice Pokemon, and you're also told about how powerful they are, including the mythical one, Keldeo, which... Like, after the Shaman movie, I did not want to watch the Victini movie and the Keldeo movie because it's like, oh no. It's going to be another cute Pokemon that they're going to give it a really bratty personality, and it's just going to be really annoying the whole movie. And it's a personality type that's really popular here in Japan, and so they're not going to not do that. Anyways, the point is that a lot of the Pokemon, there were a lot of mythical Pokemon that were given their personalities in movies, not in the media where they were first introduced. And we also had the issue of, like, again, we're told how strong these Pokemon are, but the only thing that shows how powerful they are is just how to encounter them and catch them. Which is to say, not that special if you got a really powerful team. This game is a good example, though, of showing us how powerful... Sorry, I want to check the... It's just... No. Okay. How powerful these Pokemon are, because... Man, this Pokemon's real annoying to try to catch. Like, just trying to catch up with this thing is really annoying. But it's doing a decent job of showing us how powerful that Pokemon is. Without just like, here's the Pokemon battle. Because you have to engage the Pokemon in an action sequence first, you get that hands-on experience of like, oh yeah, this is why it's a legendary Pokemon, which we didn't get before. And without like storylines like the Cresselia and Darkrai one, we don't really get to see that. But yeah, I specifically pick on Gen 5 because as good as like the rest of the storyline is, the legendary Pokemon in Gen 5 were probably one of my least favorite things. And I mainly point out the Swords of Justice Pokemon trio, quartet, whatever, and these Incarnate Forces, because they were just kind of introduced and then like not done with. Like, quite literally, you have a quartet or trio Pokemon called the Swords of Justice. Why were they not put into the storyline involving this involving the evil team? Like, you literally set yourself up for it and you ignored your own storytelling. So, like, I don't know if that's just a translation thing, their name or what, but the game quite literally has 3 Pokemon, or 4 depending on how they do it, and they could have integrated those Pokemon into the storyline. Like, have one of them team up with N, have none of them team up with N, have them be involved in the storyline as like being there to show you like, yeah, N's path is not the right path, or having them in there to show N that his path is not the right path and something is wrong. And like have them in the story to show like, oh yeah, something's not right, N. Use your brain. But they didn't do that. So anyway, I'm going to be switching that around a bit. Shoot. No, I had my Pokemon out. Ugh. Alright. I had my Pokemon out, for the record. If I use Drain Punch, is it going to hurt it too much? Oh boy. Almost. But it knows Crunch, so that Pokemon's going to go down real fast. So yeah, quite literally, the game set itself up. Alright. But I got it. So now we can move on a bit, and we're going to be doing the part that's probably real annoying, and oh boy. Well, let's go up here first, and let's name and shame a person for their unfortunate accident. So I think I know how this person I think I know how Roki lost their satchel. Anyways, hello, Professor, I caught a Pokemon. I caught an Incarnate Force. But yeah, this game, it mostly shows how powerful the Pokemon is, but it doesn't tell us a whole lot. I'm hoping that Hagita can tell us more. But who knows. Anyways, but yeah, going back to my whole point. Gen 3 dropped the ball in terms of its storytelling when it came to its legendary Pokemon. So you have these Pokemon which are incarnate forces, and they didn't really do a whole lot with it, even though there were good ways to integrate them into the story. Like, you have an incarnate force, and you also have the whole Kyurem storyline of this is the original Pokemon that the brothers fought over. And do you know what it's doing in one town? It is literally terrorizing a whole town. And yeah. And so anyways, Tornadus is a Pokemon. And you had all of these ones. Now, this game mostly just tells us that it's powerful, but doesn't really show us that it's powerful. Alright, Extrasensory, Bleak Windstorm, Strong Style moves, and Agile Style moves. But basically, Extrasensory and Bleak Storm are the two that I need to be using. So, I feel like Gen 5, after its main story, well, its main story was good, but a lot of the legendary Pokemon, and Kyurem too, which they fixed that with Black and White 2 a bit, and like again, Giratina also got the same treatment of the next game in that series, in that set, told us more about what was going on with that Pokemon, and showed us more about what's going on with that Pokemon. I feel like a lot of the legendary Pokemon after Gen 4, and partially due to just how many were being introduced at a time, meant that there wasn't enough time in the gameplay for like development, space. There just wasn't enough for Game Freak to be able to properly show us how powerful these Pokemon are. And I think that a lot of the games suffered from that. Suffered because of that. And just like, I feel like I personally just got tired of how many legendary Pokemon were getting introduced in each generation. Like, there was a point where I felt like legendary Pokemon were the weakest part of the Pokemon games. And like, that literally should not be the case. Like, you should not have players look at what are technically supposed to be some of the strongest Pokemon in the game and go like, this is the weakest part of the game. And that's what legendary Pokemon became. Just because, like, some of it was overexposure? No. Oversaturation. There were just too many legendary Pokemon getting introduced each time. And like that, if that's what's happening, that's not good. Anyways, I don't think I even have. I really don't have enough bleak winds to get 6, so that's going to be a problem. Also, it doesn't help when the Pokemon just run away. So, Crown Tundra making work for, oh God, what's the Pokemon that you get from... Did I say Crown Tundra? Anyways, Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield, while being in some ways an easier game, did, I feel like, do the legendaries much better than previous generations. Like, if only in terms of the showing, not telling. And again, like, what I mean by showing in Pokemon games is not just showing us that it's a strong Pokemon. Because guess what? A Garchomp is a strong Pokemon, but is it a legendary? No, it's a pseudo-legendary. Are Psyduck strong Pokemon? If you get them in a horde and you're low level, yeah, it can be a legendary. It can be a difficult Pokemon. Or, what do you call it? What do I mean? Oh, are Hippowdon powerful Pokemon? Absolutely. Absolutely. They are my nemesis in this game. Anyways. And so yeah, I think like by introducing this whole element of Pokemon can attack you and knock you out, Pokemon now have the license to kill. The developers realized that they had to get more creative with showing us a Pokemon is strong. Because it's no longer about battling strength in this game. It's about, well, Pokemon personalities. Like, let's take for example Abomasnow right here. Abomasnow is, like, type-wise and all that, not actually a strong Pokemon. It's an ice-grass type, which means that it's got a lot of weaknesses, and it's got some very common weaknesses. Despite its size, it's a bit of a glass cannon. And yet, it's also pretty scary in this region, because guess what? It will attack you on sight. And the same go for like a lot of the ice types, that ice is a very offensive type, not a defensive type. So this is a bad example with this Sneasel, but well, probably this one. Anyways, ice is a very offensive type, not a defensive type. But all of the Pokemon in this area are mostly ice type and ready to fight you. They fear no god, no man. They want to fight, and they will fight you. They can fight you, they will fight you, and they may get knocked out in the attempt, but they don't care. So one, it does kind of show that ice types may be more of a predator than some of the other types. And I say predator because, like, they do go out of their way to attack you, but kind of more in the way of, like, a hungry animal attacks things. Their food sources are not as plentiful as in, like, the obsidian fieldland. And the same go for Pokemon at night, too. Their food sources are not as plentiful as during the day. So they are hungry and they want to eat. But moving on. How are we for... So... I am nowhere near done with Tornadus. So I've got to start using more strong style moves and agile style moves with it. Landorus I'm done with, so let's move on to Thundurus. Although actually I'm going to switch to Tornadus first. And drink tea. Let's try this as an agile style. So yeah, I feel like Sword and Shield did a much better job of showing us through story and not just through their stats. I think that's what I should say. If you're going to call Pokemon legendary or mythical, then the game needs to back up its own storytelling to make us believe that. And for a very long time, the games didn't really do that. They only told us that a Pokemon was legendary or mythical, but they didn't have anything to really help support that. So like, let's take, for example, way back in Gen 1, the legendary birds. There's like nothing in the game that actually tells us anything about those birds. The only thing that we have in the game is there's only one of them. The player encounters them in a very different way than any other Pokemon. Like, they're literally just sitting in their caves, chilling there, waiting for the player to come. So, through its limited ability, the game does establish them as very special Pokemon. And I do give Gen 1 a bit of a pass because those games were held together with programming code and prayers. Like, expecting a certain amount from those games should not, like, those games should not be held up to the same standards as later games. Because one, they're the first games in the series. The Pokemon Company didn't necessarily know what direction they were going with the games just yet. Like, you're going to get early installment with those games. Secondly, there were data limits. They only had so much time to tell stories. And by time I mean space in the data. Let's do strong style with the Exorcism to try to get that research task done. And so yeah, like Gen 1 definitely gets that pass for the 3 legendary birds. But at the same time, we do also get it showing us, really. Why am I using Landorus? Well, I'm using Landorus because I have a freaking Electabuzz. But that's not the point. the game does show the player through, like, telling the player, but it does establish Mewtwo as a very special Pokemon in the text. You have the entire Pokemon Mansion, which is an area for the player to explore. Which, again, like, I would like to see more of that in later generations of, like, here's a weird burnt out building for the player to explore. Should you be doing this? Absolutely not. Will you do it? Yes. And that's how we get to know, like, Mewtwo's backstory and firmly establishing it as a powerful and dangerous Pokemon. And then you get even more storytelling through gameplay going on when you go to encounter it. You find it in Cerulean Cave. Cerulean Cave, up until this point, has been completely blocked off to you by somebody. I think they say it's a League official that's blocking the cave. We don't know. But anyways, something is blocking the cave. Someone is blocking the cave and you can't get in until later. And all of the Pokemon in the cave are very powerful Pokemon. And this is probably more due to early installment weirdness, but some of the Pokemon in that cave were There were Pokemon that you did not normally find out in the wild, and shit. Being able to find them at all was special. And I think there were some Pokemon in there that were like, wait, what? Over leveled or under leveled? I think it was like they were definitely over. I think they were under leveled for when you would fight them and when they would typically evolve. There was something strange going on with the Pokemon in the Cerulean Cave. And it's like, these Pokemon are weird and they match Mewtwo's weirdness. Anyways, my Pokemon fainted. So, yeah, anyways, let's leave here. Alright, so yes, Tornadus is done, Landorus is done, Thundurus is not done. We're gonna go back to the village, and hopefully there'll be some more quests. But yeah, like, even with the limited storytelling that was available, the game did show at least Mewtwo's power and, like, ability to hold that legendary status. Oh, I missed the first part of his dialogue. It's something about Buneary being... I was hoping I might get your help on another task, in fact. Would you take a look at this? Rather eerie, wouldn't you say? That thing was so close, and yet I had no idea it was even there when the photo was being taken. From a shot like this, I can't even say with any certainty whether it's a Pokemon or something else entirely. Good news! It's both! If you recognize that thing in the photo as some Pokemon that truly exists out there in the wild, I'd like to see it. I'd sure love your help on this. I think the discussion of whether or not ghosts are real in Pokemon is a really weird one, because there are clearly ghost-type Pokemon, and yet there's, I think, also still discussion about whether ghosts are real or not. Anyways, Gen 1 does get a pass for the whole storytelling stuff because they didn't have the space to do it. I don't know why I did all that fuss. Also, I just remembered I didn't need to do any of that fuss. Because I can just walk into the studio. Hi, I still have Gen 1 brain, where you have to bring the Pokemon with you to a place rather than just leave it in your box and walk up to the Kai. But yeah, and after Gen 4, like, I feel like the Pokemon Company introduced so many legendary Pokemon per generation that they just start to bog down the game. This photo, it's unsettling to look at, and yet at the same time, it is oddly appealing. If you reckon, okay, oops. Okay, hi Dazzle. I don't know when you got back, but I'm pretty close to ending the stream. What a hair-raising spectacle. Yes, I'm certain this is the Pokemon from the photo. Well, now that I've seen such a clear example of the real thing, I'd like to get a proper shot. I've just been ranting about legendaries and how the Pokemon Company does not show us that they're legendary. They only show us that they're powerful through making us battle them. And they need to work on doing that better to actually make us believe that, yes, this is a legendary Pokemon and not just one Pokemon that is rare because it has so few, not rare because it's one of a kind and powerful for it. You know, I must admit, I feel quite relieved to know that it is truly just a Pokemon in the end. And a Pokemon with its own sort of charm, really. I'm glad I was able to photograph it. Ending, not yet, but soon. I'm trying to finish up a few of these tasks. This armor was a gift, and I wish to show the one who gave it to me how I look wearing it. Would it be fitting for you to join me as I wore this when we battled? What do you say? It would be fitting for you to join me as I wore this when we battled. What do you say? Let's do it. No. 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 Maybe that one. Alright, got the photo. Oh. Alright, so also you get those guys in the studio. Yeah, I never did stuff with the photo studio before that point. So, this is kind of the part that I became scared about. That... well, it would take me quite a long time to be able to get Beauregard's final request. No shiny yet? Yeah, no, I never said I was doing a shiny hunt this game. This session. Shiny hunting is going to be for the very last session. After I catch God. But what we are doing right now is trying to finish up the entries for Thundurus and so on. Also, I've got some new clothes to buy. Let's be honest, they're going to be in here. Oh, Spiritomb got one. I kind of wish that it had Vessa's clothing. Ooh. Oh wait, no, that's right. I think I did see Giratina's. Anyways. There's almost a shiny every session now. Is there? Is there? Well, anyways, I need to leave the map. And then come back, I think, to get the next quest from the photographer. So, first, let's go to the Obsidian Fieldlands. I say here because I'm superstitious, and I think one of the sites said to go around the Obsidian Fieldlands to get Beauregard's next quest. Anyways, I need to finish up with this Thunderous, so let's do this with the Agile style. I think it's Thunderous that I need to finish with. Oh gosh, I'm gonna check. Yeah. Thunderous, I need to use an Agile style move. I need one more strong style move, and then we'll be good. So there's no kill like overkill. Get over here, Drifloon. So I said strong style. There's no kill like overkill. Giratina best ghost. And Mimikyu best ghost. I have feelings. Mimikyu is the best Pokemon. But, anyways. And again, I like lore in games, so Giratina. Hello. Alright, so that should finish up the Pokedex entry for Thunderous. So we are immediately going to leave this area and hope that has done some good for something. So, Professor. I finished the research for the incarnate forces. So, they say this wielder of electricity waged war with its nemesis Tornadus since time immemorial. The lightning bolts it hurls pierce the very earth and enrich the soil. So, there's a way to grow mushrooms that involve lightning, but that's a different point. But yeah, I think like with that sort of Pokedex entry, then like they could have shown that in this game or other games to make us like really believe that Pokedex entry. But again, I have feelings about that sort of thing. Maybe I need to change the day with this? I also like Sableye, but only Mega Sableye. I haven't played a game where I can use it. Yeah, that's fair, but no, for me, Spiritomb was more of a Pokemon that was interesting because of its type advantage. Oh well, type. And because of a little bit of the story. But it wasn't until this game where we really had something big with the Spiritomb story. Well, also, and Oris. It's like, I've always liked Spiritomb as a Pokemon, but for me, like, it was introduced in the same generation as Giratina, and for me it's like, ooh, Eldritch Pokemon. That was super important to me, and I still don't have another photography thing from that guy, so that's going to be a problem. Anyways, I'm coming back over here because I want to go talk to Hogita. Vessa really helped with Spiritomb, in my opinion. Alright, Kagita, guess what I've done? Ah, you've arrived. You know much about Landorus, Tornadus, and even Thunderous. Well done. In more normal times, I would bid you let those three fly free, as is their nature. But we are yet fresh from the tearing of the space-time rift. Until its after effects fade entirely, perhaps it's better to keep our trio contained. And now it is time to tell you the rest. You can't mean... There's one more of that cohort. Come. And more! Oh gosh, this is Enamorous, a Pokemon hailed as the Herald of Spring. Enamorous is not particularly given to ill behavior, but I imagine you'd like to document her for your Pokedex, wouldn't you? Catch her then, if you like. She always flits about in the Crimson Mire Room. Okay, Kagita just went way up in terms of strangeness because she just summoned Enamorous. I feel like I should get Sinistea out of this, but okay. Then we're going to be doing that later. But yeah, Spiritomb got introduced in the same generation as the generation when they finally introduced a Ghost-type legendary with backstory of it being the renegade Pokemon and putting it in a spooky, scary place. And let me tell you, spooky, scary, eldritch stuff is my favorite kind of stuff. So, Giratina won me over immediately. Beauregard, come on. Alright, but anyways, alright, we've got at least one more stream or two more streams because I was not expecting Enamorous. I only knew that there was an extra Pokedex entry spot. And oh boy. So that's a thing. I also wasn't expecting me to still have a few more requests to do, but that's a different issue. Anyways, I think that this is where I'm going to end the stream for now. So we can have our ghost type debate next stream. But for now, bye bye.